The course that I built in the last class, DL 5743, was on bedside manner strategy. This course was designed to help doctors and nurses develop best practices on treating each patient with kindness, respect, empathy, dignity within each patient encounter. The purpose of this game is to further reinforce good bedside manner behaviors and practices. I chose Articulate Storylines 360 drag and drop function to create this game. In the following slides, I will cover game directions, flow, content, and objectives. I will also provide simulation before we get into the game. I'm clicking Next to continue. The players will be required to drag and drop the scenarios cards on top of Players will be required to drag the scenario card at the top of the slide and drop it or place it over the scenario responses at the bottom of the slide. There are 5 rounds of drag and drop scenario interactions. Players will have 10 seconds to complete each round of the drag and drop activity. A visual timer located on the screen within each round will count down for 10 seconds to 0 seconds. If the interaction is not completed in 10 seconds, a buzzer will sound. There are 3 outcomes from each round: a correct answer, an incorrect answer, and if no answer is selected, then a timeout screen will appear. Note whether the player gets the answer correct, incorrect, or runs out of time. Each round will advance and a retry will not be possible until the game results have been displayed. There will be an option on the results slide to play the game again. The goal of the game is to reach 100 points with correct questions. Each round is worth 20 points. The game requires 4 out of 5 questions to be answered correctly, which is an 80%. Again, the goal is 100%, which is 5 questions, but only 4 need to be answered in order to receive the 80 points and pass, or win. The player will be offered the opportunity to play again at the end of the game on the results slide. Let's cover the 3 outcomes for each round, and I'm clicking Next to continue. So when the participant gets the answer right, meaning when they drag the scenario over the correct card, they will receive the 20 points. This is the slide that they will pop up. Congratulations, you are right. The correct answer is blank. Click the button below to proceed to round 2. At which point the participant will click the button for round 2. Going ahead and clicking Next to look at the next outcome. If the participant gets picks or chooses the incorrect answer, they will not receive 20 points for the round, and the text will read, "Your answer is incorrect. The correct answer is blank." Click the button below to proceed to round 2. Just wanted to add in here at this moment that each outcome, whether it be correct, incorrect, or they've run out of time, the objective for each round will be listed as well, which is not listed here on this screen. And I'll show you examples of that as we get into the game. I'm clicking Next. Let's get you prepared to play. There are two things we will need to do before we get started. As an example, I've prepared a simulation round for you. Nothing to do here, but just watch the example play out. So because we answered this round correctly, we were able to get the badge and get the 20 points for that. Again, this is just an example. I've set this up to review the directions again, or to go ahead and play the game, just in case we wanted to go back, for example, and then move quickly forward, we can go to the example of the simulation again. And let's go ahead and do that because I wanted to show you when you get the answer incorrect, what that looks like in the game. So I'm going to click here on the menu again. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and play the game. First, I'm going to get it incorrect just to show you what that looks like. So again, when we get the answer incorrect, we get the sad face, we don't get the 20 points, but we do get some feedback as well as the objective. And again, the objective is the same on each feedback slide, whether it be correct, incorrect, or timeout. And the objective in this is often nurses help patients to get out of bed, to go to the restroom, take a walk, or they are being or when they are discharged. It is a good bedside manner to help patients get out of bed. If you recall, the question was help the patient get out of bed, correct or incorrect bedside manner. The objective of this is to aid patients physically in performing simple tasks. And one great way to do that is to help them get out of bed, to go to the restroom, to help them get dressed. Just simply good bedside manner practices. I'm going to go on to round 2, and this time we're going to go ahead and get it correct. So because this answer was correct, we get the congratulations screen, earning 20 points, and also receiving the badge. And again, the feedback to this question is no, not good bedside manner. When we ignore patients, it's just simply not good bedside manner. And addressing patients' needs quickly or as soon as possible is a great sign that bedside manner is being practiced. And then again, the feedback is there, and then the objective, right? And the objective in this is to demonstrate urgency for a patient. So when a patient is asking for something or requesting something, we need to move with urgency in order to meet that patient's need. They're overwhelmed and in the hospital, they have a lot of pain, and don't need to be concerned with waiting for things. I'm going to go ahead and click for round 3, and this time in round 3 we are going to allow the time to run out. So again, when the time runs out, this is the other outcome besides correct and incorrect. When the time runs out, you notice that the buzzer sounds, and this is the one where doctors and nurses, especially after the end of long shifts, can be really frustrated, or if they have a lot of work. But putting those frustrations aside to assist the patient is a great practice in providing bedside manner. Again, you'll notice the objective, which is all across all outcomes, correct, incorrect, and timeout. And for this objective, participants will learn to place their frustrations aside to help patients. I'm going to go to round 4, and we're going to go ahead and get this correct. And you notice that there's correct and incorrect. That is to help my classmates to determine or decide which ones they want to drag it to, but I know that you don't know the answer to all of these questions, so I've marked the cards as correct and incorrect, so you know where to drag the card, or at least what outcome to expect if you drag the card over the incorrect card below. And again, this is correct, so we got our feedback, and this is about breaking bad news to patients, and The answer here was yes. Staff often has to break bad news to patients. Showing empathy provides the best possible bedside manner in that scenario. And the objective here is to demonstrate patient empathy when delivering bad news. We're going to go ahead and go on to the last round, which is coming here. Okay, so here I'm going to go ahead and do incorrect. I'm going to hit submit again. Now, on the fifth round, the slides all look the same in terms of, once again, whether it's incorrect or correct. It addresses the scenario, and then this one, just keeping the patient in the loop was the scenario. And patients are often in pain, confused, and don't know or understand what is going on with their medical issues. A lot of times, keeping the patient in the loop, or a family member or a loved one in the loop, and they can relay that to the patient, is very, very important. And the objective here is to ensure patients understand their medical issues and status often. And so what you'll notice is that we have the sad face again. We don't get the 20 points. And each of the slides, whether it be correct, incorrect, or timeout, within round 5, have game over, and also have will lead you to get your results. So every outcome slide on the 5th round is the same, gives you the feedback, gives you the objective, gives you the game over, and then gives you the option to review your test results. So now let's go ahead and review, not the test results, the game results. So let's now go ahead and review the game results. So we see here that the passing score was an 80, which is 4 rounds correct, and 1 possible round incorrect. However, because I was showing different examples, I let it run out. I picked a couple of incorrect versus correct, and the score was a 40. So now it's up to the participant to retry the game. If they, even if they passed or they won, if they want to retry the game, they can. But most definitely, if a score of 40 was received and not an 80 or higher, we would encourage the participants to play the game again. And that is the end of the game. And just want to thank everyone for their time. Thank you very much.